Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's midday money on a Sunday, the 21st of July. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here, winning free picks. Sean Higgs YouTube, the X, Twitter, at Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow. Why wouldn't you? Cost you nothing to follow. Hit the like button, stuff like that. Go for it. Go for it. Promo code midday for the premium content on winning free picks. 20% off me or anybody else. We have a leading board. You see how we do baseball front center right now. I'm number 3 in the money here on winning free picks. 12 days away from the Hall of Fame game, I believe. Let's count it out. Let's say 21st, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. We're 11 days. It's Thursday the 1st, right? So that's 11, 12, whatever. It's close enough. Close enough. And then on the, what day is it, 24th for college football? Wow. All right. All right. Go do that. Hit the like buttons. Pull questions up on the YouTube channels as well. Also, on the Sean Higgs YouTube, there's premium, $2.99 for a month. You get a couple plays there, $6.99, and the super for a lot of action. If you want to do stuff like that, why wouldn't you support the channel? Recapping yesterday, I did drop all of the player props yesterday. Couldn't get one. We go the game. We get runs, but not my guys. My guys couldn't do a darn thing yesterday in a never in doubt over. Did have the over on a as a premium play. 2-1 with our picks there. Really a 3-0. The sites, I get a 2-1 day, but the Brave under for the pitchers, that was also a free play with Detroit Lenny. That was the early game. It did go under the total there, but it's 8 runs. Not of my guys from Milwaukee. 4 runs for the Twinkies. Again, not my guys. That's a tough one, though. 12 runs, and I can't get one. It happens. It happens. You see I'll throw it in the chat here for the overall records. Got nothing today. This is why it's like you come back from the break. How you going to do? 2-2 in a video yesterday. We split out with the totals in the Brave doubleheader. The Cubbies total loses. The Astros win again. So we are 124 and 138 there. Down 160 again in the free pick videos. But listen, on the sites, we're having a nice year. That's great. I want to get up in the video. We had a winning, I think, basketball seasons. Obviously, NFL and college last year were winning seasons. I want to get baseball in the plus. Props are rolling along. We're still plus 34, 15, 133, 192. We'll see how we do. I'm going to give a little Marcos minute here. We'll run them down, hit the comments. 2-1 yesterday, 5-3 the day before. I mean, I'm not really going to complain about 7-4 record because my losses are plus 105, plus 160, and 2 totals that are basically, minus 110ers. And then we're winning 128 yesterday with Tampa Bay. The day before that, we had the run line 165, run line plus 105, doggy plus 150, doggy plus 120, plus 115. But like on a day like today, and we're going to run them down, everybody's going for sweeps, right? We got what? 3, 6, 7 teams going for sweeps today. It's easier to think, let's, you know what? Hold on a second. I am back. And I'm all for no way somebody gets swept, right? It's just take everybody going for sweeps. It's a different little mindset for me here out of the break. You just don't want to. And I said this yesterday. I said it the other day. Pre-All-Star break that week. These 2 weeks coming out of it. Who's getting traded? how are the teams responding? How are the players, like what's going on inside the clubhouses? Guys know they're going to get out, or meaning traded away. There's an aura of just defeat. So I got one game today. YouTube people have it. Premiums on the sites have it. I just didn't want to just rush in and throw out 8 games today. Could I have? Yeah. I mean, listen, the last 2 days, 7-4, 64%. That's not bad. No. Plus 450. I'm not going to complain about it, but I'm not just going to run to bet. Let's start this up. Twins, Brewers, Savali, Ryan. Listen, I like Joe Ryan. Am I laying 155 with him? No. After yesterday's kind of loss there, do I think a bounce back here on a run line? Right? I'm going to say a run line here plus 130-ish, but again, no thank you. Nats and Cincy. I like both of these pitchers. I like Abbott. I think Irvin's a solid little arm. Do I feel like, how do you not take Abbott and the Reds? Well, I don't take Abbott and the Reds because here we are. Game number 1 of what I just said about 7 teams going for a sweep. Nationals going for the sweep here at home. A slight little favorite. I think Abbott's a better pitcher. I do. I like Andrew Abbott a lot. Listen, if the Nats were doggies, maybe we take the guy going for a sweep as a dog. Here's another one. Hey, Philly fans, how you doing now? How'd that work out versus Oakland? You're about to get swept here by Pittsburgh. Tyler Phillips, Marco Gonzalez. Who's running? I can't wait till they get comments about, you got to take the Phillies today. Because there's no way the Phillies could lose again. Even though they lost 2 out of 3 to Oakland. The last place Oakland. 2 out of 3 to last place or second last place Pittsburgh, whatever they are. St. Louis and Orlando off a doubleheader. Swelling back on the hill versus Miklos. This is just a no thank you game for me here, all over the joint. Tampa Bay and the Yanks. You want that one video with the Yankees? Come on. Detroit and Toronto. Anybody else pitching for Detroit, maybe make a play here. But again, we have a hot Detroit team. They were hot coming into the break. And right when I was like, you kind of want to take them on Friday. But how's the layoff going to hurt them? They had won 8 of 10. Well, it did hurt them. Going for the sweep. 4 in a row here. And a nice sizable dog versus Gaussman and the Jays. Mets with Christian Scott versus Trevor Rogers. Is that who the Mets are throwing out today? No, thank you. Honestly, you want to do a Miami Air? All right. King and Lively. I thought about taking Cleveland here today. I did. I got a little question mark next to him. I thought about taking Cleveland. I passed on it. Seth Lugo is a run line only look here, right? We're laying over 2-1 odds. It doesn't have to be 2-1 odds. I mean, 150 odds are doing it. It's minus 110 to minus 115 here. And again, Kansas City going for the sweep, right? White Sox have lost 6 straight. No thank you, White Sox fans. Cubbies and the D-backs. I had the over there yesterday. Didn't get there. B. Fatty and Imana. No real thought on this one here. O's and the Rangers. Kramer versus Haney. Believe it or not, I want to look at an over in this one because Kramer has not been that sharp. Haney is, I don't know. But here, you're getting the Orioles as a little dog. I don't mind taking them on plus 115 because I think there's runs scored. I mean, you see the total at 9. There's a couple 8.5s, but runs being scored, I'll take the best team here, Baltimore. I want to think about it. I probably should have added it as a free pick. Giants and Colorado. Wow, no way the Giants can lose again, right? Colorado's 3 straight wins here, going for a sweep, taking San Fran the first 2 in this series. A 120 dog. Yeah, Michael B will probably tell you. I know he likes Birdsong, and I'm all for young guys to be good, but I'm not taking favorites looking to get swept on the road. That's a no for me. The A's, I told you to take the A's run line on Friday night. I told you to do it again yesterday. I'll tell you again to do it today. I don't care. It's only 130. Run line plus 150. You're welcome. Oakland has now reeled off how many in a row? 3 straight. 3 straight. 2 out of 3 in Philly. Probably sweep the Angels here. Strohs, Blanco, and Wu. Maybe another under here in this matchup. You got Houston playing pretty good. Does Seattle get swept at home? Cutter Crawford and Paxton, late action. Big Maple. He did pitch for Boston one time, didn't he? After he left the Yanks. Looking at sorry about that. I'm looking at, and then I'm talking, and I look over, and my camera's off because I used to have the double mouse. Now I have a single mouse, but I flip back fast. I don't know where it ends up. So if the screen goes totally off, it's because I clicked on the wrong button, and it's not a stop cam. I exited the room. For Sunday night, again, I do bet a lot of games. We have 454 games bet this season. I got one today. I did. There's some days I don't love it. I don't love it. I gave it a Marcos minute. I told you 7 teams going for the sweep. Baltimore, Detroit, Kansas City, Dodgers, Houston, Oakland, Pittsburgh, Washington, Arizona, and the Colorado Rockies. You want to take all 7 of them going for sweeps? See how you do? I won't say no to that thought process. I gotta, you know what? How about a little Team USA? I want to hear how good these guys are better. These basketball players are better than the guys I watched. 43-point favorite. Last second shot there to win, huh? Never in doubt. Never in doubt. I'm sure there was plenty of guys who think they're pros who had, USA money line. They think they're pro bettors. Unbelievable. The South Sudan. Unbelievable. Michael Amato's in the house. Ready for Mikey? Good. F. Whoa. There we go. Good. There's the good afternoon. J-Rock is in the house. ATM. That's what we're trying to do today. Get the money. Timothy, good afternoon. Michael B. Right back Rose. Run line, Oakland run line. 2-0 day for J-Rock on deck. Brio hitting a Facebook like, my guy. Thank you, and Davis. Where is Dennis Bin and Rick Wild and Abel? Where are the rest of the Facebook? They'll be back for football. As soon as they see little jerseys coming out for little football contests in August and September, I think the show will be a little more. A bunch of the old timers will come back. Michael B had a great UFC. Baseball, not so much. The Stros at the end of the night was nice. Up a couple units. Listen, I just said it today when I was doing a rundown. Baseball, you don't want to jump into a lot of baseball. I'm not going to blame you. I think baseball's a little tricky right now. I think it's a little tricky. And it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind taking I'm a couple games over 500 for the month. I'm up a couple units for the month. You know what I did yesterday? I got the ACC and the AAC done. Started on the Big Ten. Got them in my notebooks. I'm going to load up probably a couple today. Probably pump out a couple recorded videos for those conferences today. It's all right. This is the time where it's kind of like, let's see how things go here. At least that's the way I look at it. There we go. Sean Higgs YouTube. Come give me a follow. Winning Free Picks YouTube. You can follow both. Well, it doesn't hurt to just follow both channels. And, of course, you're on Facebook. Eric, Red Sox money line, Cutter Crawford. I like Cutter Crawford. I don't hate it. I'm not high on the Dodgers. It's just a no-go. Listen, Sunday night game, do I got to run to bet Sunday night football? Or Sunday night football? Sunday night baseball. You don't have to run to bet Sunday night football either. I know I get sucked in sometimes on the Sunday nights because I'll jump on with Jimmy the Bag and the pub guys. Like, hey man, come on, talk some Sunday night, and then I'm in it with some receiver prop or something for the show. Michael, I want to fade Gassman at home. Why not? Tigers seem to over 3.5. Tigers are putting a run together. What are they at? 11-13, 11-14? What's Toronto doing? I have to get swept at home by Detroit. Reds first 5. I don't hate this. I like Abbott. I mean, Irvin's solid. I mean, you got to hear Abbott better on the road. Stroh's money line, sure. Red Sox money line, they have a crazy record on Sundays. Here's the thing with that, though. I mean, I get who do they are they down in series that they just win and are going to take the rubber match of the series to go up 2 games, 1 series? Like they dropped the first 2 in bad fashion here. They've blown leads. I don't want to bet on a losing team, dog or no dog. You know, you get a team like the Dodgers, and again, I don't love the Dodgers. I said that at the beginning of the year when they were healthy and coming into the season. But you get a team like the Dodgers laying a 110 at home, 115 at home, going for a sweep. I'm going to be shocked if the Dodgers sweep here. I'm not running to bet the Red Sox. Stroh's money line. I said this on Friday night, Eric, right? I said it yesterday about Seattle. How are we taking Seattle as favorites against just you want to take them when they're playing a bad team is one thing. You're playing the Astros who have finally started getting timely hitting to go with their pitching. That's a smoke and mirrors pitching staff. The fact that these guys stay under all the time with that pitching staff, I mean, Browns come on. I get it. You know, what you got to take Houston here for the sweep. Seattle, I'm not taking Seattle's favorites. You can't. And again, teams on losing streaks. I'm not going to take losing teams laying money. 7 more Sundays until the NFL. Well, you really have 1 more Sunday because there's a game on next Thursday, Maurice. There's a game Thursday. I was going to be all over Colorado when I thought Gomber was pitching, but I'm not loving Feldner. I get it, but if you've had him the other 2 days, Jess, why wouldn't you come back with him again today? You got money in our pocket. Michael B. Baltimore first 5, fading Andrew Heaney. I want to back Birdsong, but the Giants can't hit. Hopefully they'll get some prospects and fire. Fairhand, the GM, what a disappointing season. You got Robbie Ray coming, right? Isn't he supposed to? I'm with you. Why wouldn't you trade? I'd even trade Robbie Ray and see what I can get for him. I know you're not going to be able to get much for a guy off the injured list, but he's got a track record. They're 11 back, but will they trade because they're only 4 back in the wild card? They're going to be like, we're right in it to get to the wild card. 4 back in the wild card. Braves up 4, St. Louis up a half, and then the Mets and Diamondbacks are tied. I mean, you're right there. Pittsburgh a halfback, Padres a halfback. You're tied with Cincy 4 back, Cubs 4.5 back. I mean, the Natties are 5 back. Like, why are any of these teams selling? I mean, I want St. Louis to sell, and they're in the wild card right now, and I think that's a team that should sell because I want to get out of Goldschmidt and Arenado contracts. Maurice, Rangers, Red Sox, Cubbies, Angels. Again, the Red Sox won. I know people want to come take the Red Sox. I'm not running to take the Red Sox right here. They haven't looked good the last 2 games. And like I said, the Dodgers laying like a 115. Rangers versus Baltimore. I don't hate it because Kramer. If you're taking the Rangers, just take the over too. At least heads out. At least you can go 1-1. Baltimore going for the sweep, and they're an underdog. I mean, Baltimore is underdogs. Oh, the Cubbies. Let me down on Friday afternoon. Do they have the pitching edge here? You know I like B Fatty. Angels money line, loser. I mean, this could easily be an 0-4 day here, Maurice. I mean, Rangers are our favorite. Red Sox are a small dog. Cubbies are our favorite. And I know the Angels are a dog. A small one. I don't like it. Good luck to you, Maurice. I mean, I'm pulling for, I don't have a nickel on any of those games, but I do not like any of them. B Fatty. That's my guy, B Fatty. Rockies for Mr. Hill. Yes. A's. Yes. I would rather do run line again with the A's. I'm telling you, A's run line the last 2 days. Get it again. Stros. Yes. Royals run line. Yes. That's a sweep of the board. Kind of like Tigers game now. Why wouldn't you take them as a dog? I mean, what has Toronto? Okay, they have the better pitcher on the hill, but I'm not running to take teams that are losing. Let's check out his season. Win 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 2-4, 3-4, 4-4, 4-5, 5-5, 6-5, 6-6, 7-6, 7-7, 7-8, 8-8, 8-9, 8-10, 9-10 in his starts. So it's not like they're some lock to win. 9-10 and 19 starts. He's 7-8. They've got over 9-10. The Blue Jays have. That's what happens when you give up 7 runs, 12 runs, 6 runs. Just grabbing over in that game as well. Tigers game over, yes. Don't take Detroit today. Take them tomorrow versus the Guardians. Well, yeah, Carrasco. I'd look to fade Carrasco tomorrow too as well. I mean, hold on a second. Tampa Bay and the Yanks play tomorrow. It's a 4-game set. A 4-game set. Miami's a 4-game set. I didn't realize this. So does this have to change some of my sweeping cards? No. Nope. Everybody else is set to be sweep-holers. All right. So a couple 4-game series here going tomorrow. But yeah, absolutely. You want it. I'm not going to say no to. I mean, how many times we go against Cookie Carrasco? Michael B. Might add the Royals under. Royals in the under parlay. Kind of low for one of these parlays. Usually I want at least 2-1 odds. Yeah, I mean, I would too. NFL is dog time. It is always dog time for me. Yes, it is. I told you I have games already on the sites published out. Regular season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games for week 1. And I got 2 games up for week 2 on another site. Learn from Higgs for NFL, folks. He will help us all. Yeah, well, people don't like what I got to say on a Sunday night, Eric. They're too worried about betting first baskets on Monday in the NBA or some other crap and don't want to make money in the NFL when we're hitting 65, 70%. Look at headlines on a Sunday night. Syracuse Mets minus 145. Sweep it. It's a lock, he says. Davis with a lock in minor league baseball. Oakland minus 120. Take the A's. Yes. And again, why not just do A's run line here? 120 is a good number, Davis, too, by the way. Plus 150, 155 run line. You know what I want to do. Get the big greedy money. That's what Russ Benjamin would say, right, Jesse? I like to get greedy with the run lines. I'll take it. Just a smash it on Nerfy since the All-Star break return, making an everyday bet for me going down the stretch here. Oh, boy. Good luck on the Nerfies. You know I'm all for Nerfies, Gio, right? I'll repeat myself, and I do. I don't care. You heard me once. You heard me 8,000 times. I don't care who the pitcher is. Get 3 outs. How hard is it to get 3 outs? That's the only thing they're supposed to do. You're fresh. You're ready to go. Get it done. Memphis Redbirds minus 150 in minor league baseball from Davis. Dream team would smoke these jokers. Absolutely. The biggest pro out there loves 40-point faves on the money line. Come on, Jesse. Who took that yesterday? I had to go through all the sites I'm on to see who had Team USA money line yesterday. I know somebody did. Louisville Bats minus 145 for Davis. He loves his minor league action. I love it, Davis. Love it. There'll probably be money to be made all through the Olympics, fading the basketball team on the spread. LeBron, Curry, KD, no one can stop this team, right? Yeah. These guys have never played together. Well, I mean, LeBron's old, Curry's old, KD's old. They did play together when they were children, Curry and KD, 10 years ago. It's a joke. Total joke. Stop Geo. Likes Pitt today? Yes. Tigers minus 1 plus 180. There we go. There's a maniac play. I love it. Royals even money? Yes. Nerfies. Baltimore, Texas. Ugh. I mean, I like Nerfies, but I'm not, Arizona, Chicago, yes. San Diego, Cleveland, absolutely. Milwaukee, Minnesota, yes. Cincy, Washington, yes. UC, Seattle. I like them all. The Texas one scares me just because we saw Baltimore drop a 4-piece in the first inning there the other day. Kramer's not a guy I love all that much, but I mean, you're going to go what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. That won't be too bad. Sugarland minus 1.5 for the sweep. I love it, Davis. Thank you for the minus 1.5. Makes me feel better. Rays again today versus the X out left. Take the Rays again tomorrow with Little against Rondon. Just take the Rays. Bottom of the Dodger lineup is pretty weak like the Yankees. They're both the Yankees have Judge and Soto, and the Dodgers have Ohtani and Freeman and Betts. Now, Will Smith and Teoscar are serviceable. I like Will Smith. I think, catching, I think that's anytime you get a good catcher and he's way above average, I think that's a plus in your lineup. And Teoscar he's a solid 30 home run guy. But the Yanks had that for a bit with Stanton, but he was going to get hurt, and he did. But yeah, the bottom of the lineup, I mean, even the top, it's a two. You got to pitch around two guys. I'm pitching around those guys and letting Will Smith beat me. Like, how do you pitch to Judge? How do you pitch to Judge with LeMahieu hitting a $180 behind him? Guys that hit in 3 years. Jason, what kind of odds was your bookie laying back in the day on the Dream Team? Nah, but they didn't have that stuff back then. I just look at my numbers at fire. As you know, I find spots of fire and just never bet to bet. That's the way you have to be. Like today, I look at them like, can I? Now, in April, May, June, I might just be like, you know what? Huge ticket today. I'm going to put out 10, 11, 12 games. Besides, all the sweepers. I'll go in for all the sweepers. Even if it's run line for like Kansas City, it's low enough, they're better. I'll go sweep town. I probably grab a couple totals. But it's a little different now. Now the unders aren't all that lovable to me as the weather's hotter and the pitchers are worse and the hitters are getting better. So I'll take a little step back as the season progresses. One, because of situations like that and changing ebb and flow of baseball through the entire season. And I'm also starting to focus a little bit. I got to jump into football. Get ready for football season. Michael A. Dodgers have Ohtani, Freeman, Will Smith. Yeah. And I said beginning of the year, you could add bets to that. And the pitching staff was the problem. Bueller wasn't going to come back, arm injury. Gosselin was out. Kershaw was old. Glass now never pitched a full season before. Their import, don't know how you're going to get. May, Stone, Sheenan, who else? All these young pitchers, I don't know what we're going to get out of them. And they're all on the injured list. I feel like we're on the back of Ruby Prop from yesterday. Yeah, I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? That was a disheartening one. Now, we got lucky just to get the over in the game, right? Like, I was like, oh, man, what the heck? 1-0 in the 6th, 7th inning. What the hell's going on here? But to get 12 runs and 5 guys in the meat of the order batting 3, 4, 5, and 4 and 5, or I think 4 and 5 for 4-6, and I can't get anything. Frustrating. I'll be like, you know what? I won't look at the games today. I'll move on to tomorrow's baseball. It's all right. It's all right. I can't chase over that. And again, I'm a guy. A day like that's like frustrating. I get up today, I look at the matchups, like, ugh. Dude, I knew I had no right catching any of them when it's 1-0 in the 6th, 7th inning. But when at the end of the game you see a bunch of runs and you don't get any, and that's annoying. So I'm not loving to go back to the matchups. Dodgers need Betts and Muncy back because they're pitching a suspect. Yeah. Right now, it is Phillies NL to lose, I think. Just because they're the complete team right now. Right? Their guys are all healthy. The lineup's intact. The pitching's intact. The caveat to that is, will Suarez and Sanchez continue to pitch at that level for the next 2 months? The 20th. 2 months in a week. Are they going to get that elite level? I don't think so. And that's not a knock on the Philly pitchers. That's also, we'll talk about the Yankee pitchers, right? I've said that about Louis Gill. I say about Crochet and Fetty here for the White Sox. I will say it about Lugo for Kansas City. Whoever you want to put in this conversation of a guy, Ronel Blanco for Houston. Lopez for the Braves. Are they going to pitch like this the entire season? You always need one guy to come out of nowhere and have a great year. You're asking two guys for the Phillies to have great years. Nolan Wheeler is solid. You need a third guy. You saw that with Arizona last year, right? We know Zach Gallen's good. Merrill Kelly had a solid season. And then B. Fatty had a second half. He came out of nowhere, had a great run. Who's doing that? Now, would you think maybe the Dodgers have a little better chance because they got guys coming back from the injured list? Possibly, but they're a bunch of 5-inning cats. I don't think anybody in the Central's doing that. Can the Braves do it? I mean, they're not getting Strider back, but Fried, Sale, can Lopez hang on? I mean, Morton is who he is. Is the lineup just not going to hit the entire year? I think it's the Phillies. And American League, I am just adamant about Baltimore because of their farm system. How are they not going to get another pitch? I want to say go get two starters. And number one, I'm giving you Hurstad, or whoever you want. You want Jackson Holiday for Mason Miller out of the bullpen? I do not care. I don't. Oh, well, 3 years from now. 3 years from now. Remember about 3 years from now, what could happen? Win the World Series this year. You win the World Series and be like, oh, maybe we could run it back next year. Just can you win one before you're worried about we're going to be good for 10 years? Braves won one, locked up their guys and said we're going to run it back and see what we can do here. That's what you do. Win it first with the team. Boston first 5, Nate Dogg says. Nate Dogg, Mr. Wrenchy, missed you yesterday after your Philly talk when we're doing the Dave show on Friday night. Pound it. Cubbies money line first 5. Amount of money line is cash 5. First 5 is cash 8 to 10. I don't hate this. They won yesterday. B. Fatty has not been the B. Batty who we liked in the second half in the World Series. And I got a Cy Young loser on him. I ran down all my tickets the other day on the show. He's good. I mean, I don't hate it. Not going to bet it, though. Cleveland, San Diego's always lose on Sunday, says Davis. Well, I would just take Cleveland because I kind of like Ben Lively. 110, worth it. I think it's worth it there. Got to love the Rays again today. You're going to give me plus 130 against the Yankees. I will take it. I think Little's pitching tomorrow. Who's on? Or is it Zach Little tomorrow? 1 o'clock, day action tomorrow. Little. A 5.73 ERA his last 7 starts. A 5.53 ERA in a row to 3.39 batting average against. Do you come in with a over versus Carlos Rodon tomorrow? I think it's a Tampa over day tomorrow. 1 o'clock game tomorrow. 1 o'clock game. Miami, Florida win total. I just did this, Davis. Do I have it right here? Is this my ACC book here, along with a bunch of other teams? I think it is. The Canes. With overrated Mario Cristobal, their head coach. Guy can't win a close game. Choke artist. 9.5. Oh boy. 1-4 in games decided by 7 points or less. It's terrible. Florida in week 1. They're a little fave. And honestly, I do like Miami in that spot. Because I don't think the Gators are going to be good. I think their win total is 4.5, I believe, for Florida. Over 4.5 minus 152. Not much is expected. Not much expected here. And I'm not going to lie. They should beat Miami. Florida Atlantic 2-0. Ball State 3-0. At South Florida might be a little tricky. Will it be close? Will I take South Florida in the points? Probably. Still Miami win 4-0. Virginia Tech at home. You got to win that one. You have to win that one. Vatek's going to be sneaky good like the quarterback. 5-0. At Cal 6-0. Louisville. Why do I feel like they're going to wet the bed in Louisville? And then they got Florida State up next after that. So let's just say 6-2 they lose back-to-back because Cristobal's a crap coach. Duke 7, Georgia Tech 8, Wake 9, Syracuse 10. They should get 10 wins. They should get the over. Over 9.5 is plus 138 on FanDuel, Davis. I don't hate it. I could see them losing at Louisville. They're home versus Florida State, but again, Cristobal, bad coach. Does less with more. He has to beat Florida. He loses to Florida, he's getting fired this year because they lose to Florida. They're losing at Louisville. They're losing Florida State, and they probably fire him after a regular season game. Don't even let him get to a bowl game because guys are gonna hit the transfer portal, get the hell out of Dodge. Yankee lineup is sad. Yeah, it is sad. Look at it. I mean, it's Ben Rice is leading off. You got Soto and Judge. Great. Austin Wells is your cleanup hitter. Gleber hitting 232. Verdugo. Volpe. You know, Ant, remember I pulled that Volpe. That pulled the Volpe auto, or was that a sign? Whatever it was. Garbage. I think he's the next Jeter. He's not even the next Didi. He's not even the next Didi Gregorius. Trent Grisham. And the crazy thing is, when they got Verdugo and Grisham, we're like, you know what? These are kind of solid major league kind of guys. This is like a little reminiscent of the late 90s teams. And they're not like guys like Chili Davis, Ruben Tierra, who were like superstars, you know, or Strawberry or Fielder or Bog, like not that kind of caliber name. But you're like, all right, this guy kind of come in, knows his role. He's going to be on a team. Like, ooh, we could probably do something a little special here. It's the Yankees. We got billions of dollars. Yeah. LeMahieu, $157. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely makes it easy to become a Houston Astro fan. Gio says, "Good luck, everybody. Good to see you, Higgy." Gio, thanks for popping in. Teams will start trading until within 48 hours deadline. Yeah, but it's still out there. Like you turn on the channels and they're talking about it, right? ESPN, MLB, whatever, Fox Sports, MLB rumors. all the websites like who trade candidates for this team. I mean, local beat reporters. Hey, come on, you don't think they're in there? You're from Chicago. I mean, hey guys, what do you think about the trade rumors swirling around team? We're gonna get rid of this guy. I mean, you damn well know they're hearing whispers. It's talked about in the locker room, guys. What are they talking about in Chicago for the White Sox and Cubbies? They're talking about trading Bellinger. Actually, probably not, because they're all. I mean, they think the Bears are going to the Super Bowl, so they're probably not even worried about baseball there. Nate Dogg says his bet today: Twins win division, Astros win division plus money. I don't hate either of those, Nate Dogg. Could go probably 1-1. Won't be shocked at 2-0. Cleveland needs pitching, and maybe they overachieve first half. They're speaking of two-man teams. Naylor and Ramirez got what 50 homers and 150 RBIs between them. Backstage tattoo. Good to see you. Red Sox, 2 heartbreaks in a row. Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, oh, you got to take the Sox day. I don't know, man. 2 bad losses. Paxton is what Paxton is, and you're going to get the Dodgers minus 110, 115 at home. I get it. Oh, it's a short line. Well, it's short because the Dodgers aren't that good right now. But I don't want to bet. How are we betting teams that are about to get swept and are playing like that? Those are tough losses. David says Mets are minus 145, Miami, every Earl game. Every game, that's what the Earls do, fading. Well, it's probably paid off for them. I'm not saying it hasn't. I was wrong about Miami. I mean, I have a Yuri Perez Cy Young. I don't think he pitched 3 innings. It was on a disabled list. You bet against Miami this year, you're up a nice chunk. I mean, what's there to say? They are. I mean, you're 64-34. Now you're laying some juice betting against them, but you're going to be up money when you're 30 games over 500. Even laying heavy numbers. Michael B says Giants' real problem is the bullpen implosion. This was one of their strengths last year. Same guys, I don't know what happened. Giants can never hit other than Chapman. Free agency signing has been disaster. Yes. But again, they're only 4 games back. I don't think they'll break it up. Over in the Twins-Brewers, Bill. Hey, listen, never in doubt yesterday with that over. You're welcome. Michael B, you know what? I want to get the window. I want to get the window with the Rays. The problem is they can't hit righties. Love yesterday games because it was Cortez. Not in love with Stroman. Just wish he was lefty. Listen, Stroman, he's going to Stroman up. The Rays will score runs today. Rodon tomorrow. I think you got to do an over. Now, if this was a regular 7 o'clock game, I would just be Tampa and the over and thinking, all right, I'm at least going to get a split, possibly win 2 in a row. It's an early game. I don't know. I could see these 2 crap pitchers coming in here and just being like some 3-0 ugly game tomorrow. As much as I just want to run and take Tampa tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to run and take Tampa tomorrow. I don't like the one-off afternoon game on a Monday in July. Matt, what do you think about the under 8 in Royals game? Yes. Just because, listen, the Royals at home had some great numbers to start the year. Now, they've hit a little bit here the last couple of days. But you're going to get, what, an 8, 8.5? Hold on a second. What is this total right now? All 8s across the board. I mean, obviously, I like the run line minus 110 for Kansas City. They have hit the last 2 games, 6 and 7 runs. Both games have gone under. How about? Yeah, I was gonna say like a White Sox team total under, but that'll probably be something ridiculous, like 2.5 even. So, listen, 9 out of the last 10 in the series have gone under. Chicago's gone under in 6 of 10, 7 of 10 unders for the Royals overall. I'd stick with the under. I'm not going to blame them. Did I have that the other day when I had Kansas City, or I just had Kansas City run line? Yep. Yeah, I just had the run line. Yeah, no, I don't hate it. If Houston and the O's win today, if Houston and the A's win today, I'm going to be all over the A's tomorrow versus the Astros. Yeah, I'll look at the A's tomorrow. Simply because you have Houston, and Houston will be hot, right? At that point, Houston will have won, 3 in a row. The A's will be at, I think, how many in a row for them? That would be 4 in a row for Oakland. You'll get Hogan Harris versus, Hunter Brown tomorrow. Oh, boy. No, it can't be Hunter Brown. Who's going to be on the hill? Brown, Valdez, Blanco. It's going to be Arrighetti. Probably Arrighetti tomorrow. I'm guessing Arrighetti. I don't hate it if they're a nice little doggy. Nate Dog says, Tigers team total over 3.5 for Scotsman. Yes. Oh, Purdue money line? Oh, that's a who had that? That was what Feds at the Purdue. Oh, thinking about Texas to make the playoffs. I don't know. They got to start hitting. They got to start hitting Texas. I mean, what is going on here? You are 6 back, 7 back in the wild card. They got work to do. You're going to get a nice plus money spot from them, right? I mean, it'll be a nice little shot for them to make the playoffs. But you got to – who you leapfrogging here? So the Yankees are currently in the lead for the wild card, 4.5 up. I think Minnesota is going to be here. Boston is hot. I'm not going to be shocked if Boston makes a move to try to get somebody. Kansas City, I think, holds on. Now it comes down to here, Seattle. Is Seattle going to be able to hold on here? Tampa Bay, I don't think, is going to be here. And I'm not sure what we're doing with Detroit. Listen, I'd love to see Detroit go on a run. I got an over win ticket here, 80.5. I don't know about that's getting there. Not sure about that. But if all these teams start beating up on each other, and Texas, you have to beat up on each other because you have Seattle and to a lesser extent the Stros in first place above you here. You got to start beating these teams, and you'll start gaining a little ground. But until you do that, I mean, the good thing is, well, let's see if it's a good thing. Let's see who has Texas coming up. Upcoming games. Oh, no. There's 3 at home versus Houston. Then you're on the road. You're in New York and Boston. So there's 6 games you could knock off and move up the wild card rankings. Here comes Minnesota after that. Cleveland White Sox, Oakland. There's the Yankees again. Here's trip to Seattle. Seattle at home. I mean, you only got 3 games left versus the Astros. You better sweep those games. You got the White Sox next. You're at Toronto, at St. Louis. I don't like either of those teams. I mean, I know Seattle. I know St. Louis in second place. I still don't think they're a good team. You better go 5-1 there and sweep one of those teams on the road. And if you have any shot at making a playoff stage, here's the thing. If you're taking them, I see what happens today. They lose today, maybe a little better number. Because then you have 4 versus the White Sox. And you're going to know right off the bat. If they sweep the White Sox, the odds will move a little bit. But, they go 2-2 there. I'm going to put a fork in the season. And they'll be sellers. They will sell. Scherzer, Evaldi, Lorenzen, those guys, they're all last days of the contract, last year, I should say. With the Phillies Pirates over 8.5 says Michael A. O'Neill Cruz Ribby 2+ total bases. Why not Phillies? I was told that if you lose to the A's, you're not a World Series team by somebody. So sorry, Philly fans, you're not making a World Series. Desmond, my guy. Good morning, Jesse in the chat. Yes, Jesse is here as well. Glad Jesse came in. Never get to give Jesse a formal goodbye. He was on vacation for our last show. I'm down $33 for my Mariners lost to Houston, says Desmond. That's right, 30. We'll get it back. Although, listen, you don't have to run to get it back today. But we'll be all right. It's one game. Michael A. Phillies pitching nosediving right now. Started with the A series, stars in bullpen. They need to bring a couple more bullpen arms. This is, again, Chicken Little, the sky's falling. It's 162 games. The Phillies have played well above their heads. Especially, we know the pitchers you have. That's going to come back. That's going to come back down. Them and every other team. We've seen it. Hello, Yankee fans. Ask them how they're feeling about a 5-20 run or whatever they're on. Rob Franklin's in the house. Timmy says DK has a 50% 4-leg parlay boost today. Oh boy, here we go. Bobby with 2.5 hits, runs, and ribbies. Judge 2.5. Harper 1.5. De La Cruz plus 140. All right, so Bobby Witt, sure, right? He's playing. Who's pitching for the Sox? Cannon's on the hill, so he needs a 3-piece. I don't hate it. The guy hits a home run in the first inning, you're set. I get it. Judge is another guy. He is a wrecking ball. You can get this on one swing. I don't hate it. Same with Harper. Who's Philly facing today? Marco Gonzalez. Should be done. And De La Cruz versus Jake Irvin. That one, that one would be a little, I don't know about that one. The other three, sign me up. And I like Eli De La Cruz. I'm not saying he's not a bad guy. Let's see how he's been his last couple games though here. We have 2 total bases, 1, 4, 4, 4. In those games, he had a homer. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not running to a De La Cruz spot there. And I'm not forget just doing a red guy. I'm not looking to. I think Jake Irvin's a decent pitcher, so I'm not going to run there to go against a decent pitcher with a young free swinger like De La Cruz. I would rather move to where else can we find something better here? Let's find something better because we'll find a guy to replace that. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your little heart out, Timothy. We're going to get you a new guy here. And I want to go to Cleveland because I'm sure Cleveland's seen this guy a bit. Shockingly, no. I thought they'd see Mike King being he was the next Yankee. All right. Next up, we're going to go to a Ranger game because I don't like either of these pitchers all that much. Again, not much happening here. Listen, here you go. What are the odds on? See, this sounds silly taking somebody like Mountcastle, but the guy is 3 for 6 with 2 homers for Cini in 6 at-bats. Mateo has 10 at-bats. He's 4 for 10, a homer and 3 ribbies. 10 at-bats. Hayes, 2 homers in 10 at-bats. He's 5 for 10 with 2 solo homers. I would look at one of those guys on Baltimore instead. That's where I would look. Trevor Simeon has a home run, and he's 4 for 12, 4 for 12 here with a homer. Only 1 ribby though. I don't like leadoff hitters. That's the problem with that. But listen, Bobby Witt, yes. Judge, yes. Harper, yes. Eli De La Cruz, I'm moving out. I'm going to put Mountcastle or Hayes in there from Baltimore, Tim. I'm going to write it down because I'm going to keep track of this one for you. And for myself because I told you I like the other guy better than the other guy. So Harper, I'm going to go Mountcastle, Hayes, BLT. Let's see. Davis says the Dodgers minus 120. Yes, Davis. Yes. Rob says Boston Red Sox money line. No Red Sox for me. Phillies are 500 in theory last 34 games. Are they really last 34 games? Well, they're not in theory. If they're 17 and 17, they are 500 after a hot start. Trevor lost my last 17 bets while I thought my bank account's frozen. Advice. Yeah. Stop watching our guy's name who rhymes with Lent, his live stream where he goes 0 for 40 on streams. Desmond, can the Blue Jays avoid a Tiger sweep? I say no, Des. I'm all for taking every team looking to get swept. And I wanted to today. I said at the beginning of the show, I got nothing in the chat because I wanted to take all 7 of these games. Baltimore, Detroit, Kansas City would be obviously a run line play. I'm not going to lay that big juice. Dodgers for the sweep. Houston for the sweep. Oakland. I would do run line again, even though it's 130. I told you the last 2 days run line. I'll do another Oakland run line there. Pittsburgh for the sweep. Natty's for the sweep. Although I like Abbott better, still, I'm going to sweep it up here. Arizona for a sweep on the road as a dog. Colorado for a sweep as a dog at home. 7 of them. You know what? I might have to put these in myself. What time is it here? I could still get these in. These games aren't going to go for a little bit. Twins and Brewers are delayed. Here you go. Twins and Brewer action. We got a delayed start. Get off the game. I do not like delayed starts. Rob says back on Oakland run line. Yep, cash yesterday. Bullpen day for Angels. Yeah, but you're not getting any argument out of me out of Oakland. We've been on them since the Phillies series. Paying off nicely. Phillips for the Phillies over 3.5 Ks minus 138 versus the Pirates. Is he going to pitch enough innings to get the Ks, Tyler Phillips? 4 innings, 7 Ks in his first outing. 5 Ks, 6 innings his second. I guess, yeah. I don't hate it, J-Rock. I mean, he's got the strikeouts. He's done it twice. 5 and 6 innings. D-backs, yes, going for the sweep. Cards raised first inning result as a tie. I don't hate it. 0-0. It's better than an Urfie, I guess. What are the Urfie odds? I ran back 3 from yesterday. RBI listed. Probably stupid, but I guess it's running back. I get it, but the fact that it's already a rain delay, not interested. Rangers not to get swept. I do not like that one, especially when you get the O's as a dog. Rays hit Stroman last time. Only got 1 run, but at 7 hits. Always fading the Yankees as favorites. Gio says, no Yandy today for who? Arizona? Or who's this for? Yandy Diaz is out? I like Yandy Diaz. Rosarena and Lowe are hot. Rosalita's had a terrible season, which is why Tampa's been bad. And I'm all for the Lows. Nate Lowe, Josh Lowe, J Lowe. Rockies, first time pitch Colorado. It's just the Rockies because you're fading the Giants like we had the last 2 days. 9-3 for the Canes. Who are they losing to? You think they lose to the Gators? Bro, they lose to the Gators. That coach, he might get fired after they lose to Louisville then. Can Texas avoid a Baltimore sweep? No. 138 win total is disaster odds. On top of that, you have to wait 4 to 6 months for a payout if it cashes. Who's betting this? Yeah, I'm not for laying big. If I'm doing a win total, I prefer the 110 kind of stuff. All right. Florida by 10. People are asleep on Florida. They're projected for 4.5 wins this year, Rico. They're projected for 4.5 wins. Lean Brew Crew says, Rob, Savale suspect with Twins missing key bats, Correa, Miranda, and Farmer. Yeah, but Correa is having a nice year. They got some other guys. Royce Lewis to me is the key to their line. Again, it's already in a delay. I don't want anything to do with it. Rico's not a Miami fan. Listen, I got the old Canes there. I'm an old Canes guy, though. You see my Miami helmet? That's Howard Schnellenberger, signed mini helmet. I am a old fan. I got Randy White, Brian Bosworth up there, and the Super Book with the Tiki brothers. Tiki and Rondé Barber, I should say. But they don't stink. They got a crappy head coach. He's Dion. He's the Miami Dion. He can recruit, get guys in there. He can't coach a lick. He just blows games. He's terrible. He's better than Dion as a coach, but you understand where I'm going with that. The guy's a bad X's and O's guys. Pat says, Volpe card is nice, but no value. Yep, that's it. That's why it says in the box I told my son, I said, this box here has all of autos, PSAs, and numbered cards. I said, when I die, I said, you could probably get a couple $100 for this. That's about it. Houston minus 110. Yes, take the Stros to sweep. J-Rock says, small player Joe Ryan, daily strikeout leader plus 700. 7-1 on him, striking out. But like I just said, J-Rock, we're already in a delay here. So I don't know what delay is because I'm not Minnesota. I don't have the game on. I don't want to be involved in a delayed start. Think the Yankees win today? Not betting it, though. No, thank you. You could enjoy betting the Yankees minus 150 or whatever heck they are. Not me. Over Twins-Brewers game. I would have leaned over, but no, thank you. No thank you with a delay, rain delay start. River Plate, minus 163. Sunday baseball is always take the underdog facing a sweep, especially non-division. I'm all for the dog, but you know what? Here's the thing, Maurice. Like a lot of these take the dog when sweeping. The Toronto is looking to get swept, but they're a 170 fave. You know? You have Baltimore is going for the sweep in an underdog. So, yes, I'll take that one. You got the Rockies going for the sweep. They're the underdog. Like, I mean, I don't want to take the Giants not to get swept. They're on the road laying 150. That's not a recipe for success. Houston is a dog or maybe a small fave going for a sweep. I'd rather have Houston than Seattle. They're just two teams going in different directions. Seattle can't hit. Do I want to take Seattle minus 110 or do I want to take Houston minus 110? I can take a team that's won. Well, what's Houston won? 4 in a row? There's two here out of the break. Boston. Do we want to take Boston the way they played the last two games as a underdog at plus 105, or do you want to lay 115 with the Dodgers who are winning? Stacks, my guy. What do you say, Justin? Bucks at over 1.5 bases plus 108, 220 and 218 for our Stacks show record here. Good luck on the Buxton. Hit the like button for you. I appreciate that. Hit the like buttons. I've never bet a Rays game with Liddell starting to throw meatballs. It's crazy on the times he actually pitches well. Yanks is a huge pass, probably 3-2. Right? Why do I feel like tomorrow's game, early start, has like 4-1 written all over it? Like, I think it's going to be an over because you got two guys who have been terrible at the last 7. I think Rodon's got like a 7 ERA. Luttrell's got like a 5+ ERA. So you think like, boy, over City. But it's 1 o'clock on a Monday. How many fans are going to that game? Even in July for the Yankees. The way they're – I mean, maybe they're going because they think they're good. They're not playing good right now. Pat says, Nate Dogg, watch our show on Friday, the second half division winners. I tweeted it out on X, Nate. Rob says, Stros Mariners under 7.5, 218 in the last 10 head-to-head. Yeah. I mean, forget about just playing head-to-head. Let's just look at Seattle as a whole on the year. Let's just look at Seattle overall on the season. They are an under team. And 53-41, by the way, to the under. And that's pretty good, 53-41 under. 12 games over 500 to the under. The Astros are 56-38 to the under. So, yeah. They play unders head-to-head, but don't matter who they play unders. Davis, Quinzin. Is this a Jedi? Quin Young Jin? Isn't that the guy in Phantom Menace? Zach minus 160. Greg Dreyer, I hate capitalism. What is this about? Dreyer. J-Rock, Saratoga race. Race to the 4-horse. Broad Ferry, 6-1 currently. Broad Ferry. J-Rock coming in with the horses. Thank you, J-Rock, because you know I don't do horses. Orlando City, minus 163. Win the group League Cup. Orlando, this League Cup, it's got to be soccer. Here we go. Monterey, +1 win. To win group, +1 win group. Inter Miami, minus 120 to win the group. I can't even do this. This is why I can't get into soccer or tennis. There's just so much. Like, here is this. It's July 21st, and I'm easing back on baseball to jump in to the 10-foot deep end of the swimming pool to get ready with college football and NFL. Hats off to people who do all those sports. Mike says, Timothy Ake, switch Trey Turner for De La Cruz. Turner is on fire. William Bryson, NASCAR. 10-1, says J-Rick. J-Rock's going to NASCAR. We got soccer. We got horses. We got NASCAR. I lost 18 in a row for real before it happens. I've won 18 in a row also. Keep trucking. I think that he was just making a joke. We went, I think, 3-30 in baseball in here and ended up having a winning season. So, you just grind away. Robert says, Tigers money line. No way I can put money on them bums Blue Jays. Overrated rich kids with no heart. Detroit has beat them 5 in a row. What's one more? Overrated rich kids. They should sell. I'm telling you. Them and St. Louis. Dump. St. Louis. Get rid of Arenado. You tell me the Yankees wouldn't take Arenado off your hands? Arenado and Mikolas. The Yankees will swallow that ridiculous contract because they're dummies. That's a garbage trade for them. And I shouldn't say the Yankees will do that. If you could trade him and Goldschmidt to anybody, I don't care what prospect. You don't have to take a prospect. Give me a whatever you want to give me. Just take the money off my books so I can start over. Shota Imanga, Cubbies under 5.5 Ks. Really? All right. David says New York Red Bulls to win group. Yandy has been out this whole series for you, FYI. So Yandy's been out the entire time. So it hasn't made a difference. 2 units on the Canes over Gators. I like the Canes over the Gators. Because as I said, he needs a win. Because that's going to go from, hey, it's Miami and it's hot because it's humid. It's Miami. It's 95 degrees in August to, hi, welcome to hell. The seat is on fire. My coaching office. He's the little dog drinking his cup of coffee in an office on fire. They have to beat the Gators. Miami loses to Virginia Tech, Louisville, and Syracuse. Syracuse! I had to mute. Oh, my goodness. Ooh. Ooh. I needed a good laugh, Maurice. Thank you. The Virginia Tech one's going to be a tough game because I think South Florida out of the ACC will give them a little battle because it's South Florida. And Miami, at this point, Miami could be coming in here 3-0 thinking they're special because they beat the Gators. I'm like, oh, who are you? You're South Florida. Give me the points in that game, 100%. Then you have Virginia Tech at home, which is tricky because they got a pretty decent quarterback, Virginia Tech. I could see them on. I'm not saying it's a cover. I'm giving Miami a win because they're home and they should win. They go to Cal, should be a win. Here's the tricky at Louisville, fought up with Florida State. That is a back-to-back. That's a back-to-back spot on the road to Louisville. Who's good? Brown's a good coach. They'll be solid. That'll be the spot for the Canes to go down. Not Virginia Tech. Sure as heck, not Syracuse in the final game of the year. They lose the final game of the year because at that point they lost to Florida, Virginia Tech, Louisville, Florida State. Honestly, they could lose to Georgia Tech on the road if they beat Duke at home. So the Syracuse one is all inclined to the other 4 or 5 losses they have coming into that game if the wheels fall off. Toluca.
Stop it. Get some help.
Colorado minus 112 to win the group. What's the Vegas line on Dan getting fired midseason? Definitely not getting fired midseason. Not with his son there. He'll quit afterwards. Red Sox ain't no Sunday on the road. Dodgers, game of your life, blank check winner. Deion going nowhere. This is the most publicity Colorado's had since the early 90s. He'll leave after this season. They're going to win 4 games. His son will somehow get drafted in the first round. They're saying he's a first overall pick. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Red Sox aren't playing bad. They were back and forth versus Dodgers. They won today versus Paxton. Back and forth. They choked away bad leads, Maurice. I don't want to play on a team like that. I don't care. I mean, it's plus 110. Is that worth it for that heartache? It's a pass. Desmond says, Tigers, yes. Dodgers, yes. Mariners, no. A's, yes. Go run line. Thank you, Sean. Happy Sunday. Fun day for everybody. You also. Robert, KC run line, yes. Oakland run line, yes. Houston run line, yes. Tigers run line parlay. That's a sweep of the board. That's not only going 4-0 straight up, you're taking a 4-0 parlay as well. Charlotte. minus 140. Any place they want. I ran down the entire card at the start of the show. We gave every game out on baseball today. Robert, I agree. Toronto, Cards, Rangers, if they lose today, Scherzer isn't getting younger. Toronto should sell, yes. Cards, yes. And the Rangers, again, if they lose today, they have to think about what are we doing going forward here. I mean, you have to think about selling because even if you sweep the White Sox, I don't know. No Hawk Yankees. Yankees run line. They think Tampa Bay wins this game. Yankee run line. Don't bet the Yankees. Don't go anywhere near the Yankees right now. The Spurs in Summer League. Davis. Oh, boy. So I got Vegas on deck in like 2 weeks. And even when I was out there for a whole week, I didn't even go to a Summer League game. I can't even get involved in Summer League. Why? What's the fun of Summer League NBA? It's like a derelict preseason. No, thank you. No, thank you. Can't believe we've gone for an hour plus here on a rando Sunday in July. Unbelievable. I appreciate everybody coming into the show, though. I mean, that's awesome. Be on the lookout for ACC and AAC preview videos coming up. Big 10 and Big 12 I'll be working on today. Then we'll do some SEC after that. And then we'll do some fillers. But I want to try to get all those out this week. That is my goal, to have a bunch of college football up by the 1st of August. And then we're on to some NFL kind of stuff. So, yeah, have you ever thought of doing a new better strategy advice type of video? Amount of money the books have invested, push parlays, the bad habits of the bettors. Back in the day, we did like stuff like that. Ali would do those videos we pumped out. But I'm not. New better strategy. There's plenty of those videos out. And in fact, on Picks for Dave channel, Dave, our Australian buddy, was gonna start doing stuff like that. But there's videos like that. I'm not a teacher, bro. Yeah, you're gonna get me. I'm like, new betting strategy. Yeah, don't be a dummy and do a 3 and 14 parlays. I mean, people want to. They're not gonna listen to me. They don't listen to me. Gio, I'm giving you 65% NFL winners. They don't want to listen because they'd rather bet a parlay on Monday instead of a game on Sunday. So that's not. I'm not a teacher. I'm not the way I teach. I'm abusive. Ohio State plus 150 to win the Big Ten. I don't hate it. Listen, it's 150. Am I going to get involved in betting a bunch of futures conferences? I know about that. I mean, sometimes I grab some win totals when I'm out in Vegas. Like I'll be out for the Bet Bash or whatever. But for $150, if you think they're going to win the Big Ten, lay the ridiculous minus 3,000 money lines and just roll it over every week. Your $100, it turned. You bet 100 to 137. Just double it up every time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for 100 plus 150, not worth it for me. Irvin under K's. No, I like Jake Irvin. I shouldn't say no, man. I don't know. No opinion on that. Lex is in the house. Keeping it classy. This guy coming in at an hour and 15 minutes, Lex. Win the Big Ten. Oh, that was for the OSU. 1-800-GAMBLER bets. College football. Calgary over 52.5. Summer League Heat minus 4.5. Someone told me, a guy I like, says that to take the Heat in Summer League every game. So I'll say okay to that. I came in betting parlays on my first 6 months of league. I was betting not knowing any better. Glad they were super small stakes. I understand the parlay. But the fact that people roll in these 9-leggers, like the home run, like 7-leg home run pops, like a 5 to win like ridiculous amounts of money, and then they think they're like a gambler or better. Like, oh, look at this, look what I did. I mean, really, the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while. I mean, like, what are we doing here? Ridiculous stuff like that. That's like the person who says let's like $1,500 to win $100. Okay, yeah, you're really good. I'm bad. I had 9 out of 15. I proceed to lose the next 6. Yeah, 9 in a row. That's good. You go 9-0 and you don't make a nickel. I couldn't even sleep at night to go 9-0. I'm annoyed. I go 3-3 if I don't make money. 9-0. I don't have anything to show for it. Be swallowing a. Well, I can't say things on YouTube. They'll get banned. Gio says, you're right. You and your old trash my parlays for months until I finally caved and started straight betting. It sounds like I don't want to trash the parlay because I get people, they're enticing. You see these big paydays and the books, the FanDuel DraftKings, just like, oh, here we go, same game parlay. Like you go on the site, I couldn't even get I was on FanDuel. I was like, let me check out some Ruby props. Everything is the same game parlay props. I was like, all right, I got that I got to hunt for a regular prop because everything is same game parlays. Same game suckers. Lane's in the house. Special like button. Appreciate it. D-backs money line. Yes. Sweeping the Cubbies. Lane says he'd have been hot. No pun intended. Warriors have been playing well. Sorry for the summer league talk, but I've been watching this past week. I get it. Lane, and put it in the chat because people want to bet it. I know there are shows and channels that do stuff, and they got their soccer. They got the Euros. They got the Copa. Here's Summer League. Here's WNBA. I got tennis. I don't do that stuff. That's just put it in. If it wins, you're a hero. If it loses, nobody's gonna say nothing to you because it's just a comment in a section. Denny, Green Eggs, and Hamlin. -134, -135 versus Kyle Larson. Head-to-head NASCAR. I love it. I'm kidding about the trash. You're gonna talk something. Again, it's not trash. It's just like you hear what I say. I mean, best way to go 3-1, put a 14 parlay in. Yeah, that had to be NASCAR. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson, Nate. Oh my goodness. Shane Langingers for the A's. A homer. +390. Okay, we could do it. We could do a little Shane. Let's go, Shay. Get it done. Yeah, that was NASCAR. Head-to-head. Hamlin versus Larson. That's not to win. That was a head-to-head. That's a head-to-head NASCAR. Not to win NASCAR. Racer versus racer. Go, Speed Racer, go. All right. I'm officially leaving now. Because you got to get out of the chair every once in a while. Off the computer. Because I'm going to be back on the computer loading up a bunch of banners for college football conferences. So, back on Money Monday with Midday Money. Hope to see you again. I'm not going to close the poll. You never get to see the poll afterwards anyway. But have a good Sunday, everybody. I will see you tomorrow.